Hello and welcome back to Purple in Peril, a Warlock life. This is level 21. I've made a couple of little tweaks to the gear here. If I can just bring up the page. Okay, so we've broken our caster set in favour of adding some Deneith crafted medium armour. Got some healing amp fortification on there. Insightful Intimidate won't really do anything on this life as I'm doing it solo. And also a Deneith crafted shield. You'll notice there a little bug, it's still got the perfect shield mastery from the last life. I don't actually have perfect shield mastery at the moment. But some nice stuff on there, spell resistance, parrying, and the sapphire of spell agility to allow me to use the large shield without any arcane spell failure. The eldritch blast is also affected by arcane spell failure, by the way. I've put on these mysterious braces, which if you didn't know, on special champion hunter weekends, these can be acquired in levels 7, 14 and 21 from the mysterious remnant vendor in the Hall of Heroes. Nice item with stacking healing amp and magic resistance. Just got a couple of random augments in there. As you can see, it's an old item. Those augments haven't been changed since the augment slot revamp thing came about, so those would need a legacy augment unslotter to be able to be changed, because there's no colours on the augment slots there. And boots, obviously the riposte is no use because we already have parrying on the shield. It grants the same insightful bonus to saves, but we do finally have freedom of movement that's going to allow me to use the sleet storm and not fall in it when I do it by mistake. I think that's it for the gear. The rest of it's still heroic stuff. I've got some Deneith crafted level 23 gear lined up. In fact, I could have sworn I had a better trinket than that. Let's just go quickly to the bank. Since they redid the bank, the searching for things by level and by type of items become so much easier. I could have sworn I had one or two nice things that were usable at 20. That hasn't quite loaded in yet, has it? Nope. Okay. Not to worry. Give me a chance to waffle about some other things while we go back. I sacrificed 5 spell power from here and just added it in resist energies for now, just to make the leveling process easier and to save me messing about with topaz augments. We just hit that once at the start of a quest and we're nicely protected against all the things. So we've got 40 plus in each one, which is nice. Our PRR and MRR have gone up nicely with the medium armor and shield, so that's good. But we have lost a bit of spell power. We're down below we were in 400 plus in the main ones. We're down below that now for acid, force and light. Although we do have some better gear coming at 23. So if we can just manage until then. Destinies wise, Oh, feat, I took the obvious one. I think every Warlock more or less will take Epic Eldritch Blast. Is it Epic Blast Dice or something like that? Where are we? Yeah, Epic Eldritch Blast. Extra dice as you level up, so improving in power as your character does. And on the Destiny side, we've gone to 3 points in the Mantle of Nature Thorn. I've stayed in there because I'm going to be taking the Evergreen as soon as that comes available at 23. And also the improved Shard Storm, which is then going to start giving us temporary hit points. So 23 is going to be a big deal for us. Unfortunately, you need to take this Thrive 2 points for basically something that's, let's say, mediocre at best, but it gets you something that's really good, so I'm not going to quibble too much. So yes, 23 is going to get us the temporary hit points from the Shard Storm, but also the Evergreen that is going to enable us to throw all our meta magics on these 2 AoE spells that we're using. So looking forward to that.
Fate has sent us down
This Deneith chain is a nice one to run at low epic levels for tokens of the 12 for your TR requirements. Also, it's level appropriate. It's what, level 20, 21 quests these. So good stuff to start with for a low level epic character. Oh, a bit of flag there. I hope we won't get too much because we're not the consensus is the worst of the lag comes at the peak time for North America. I'm in Europe and in my sort of late morning, so hopefully North America will have gone to bed by now, or most of it. When a Reaper appears, I tend to just pop one of the AoEs for a bit of extra damage boost. And hit my Shining Through for extra temporary hit points, you can see. The nice thing about Shining Through over Stanch, the Stanch ones only last a minute, so they're kind of for a boss fight or an oh shit moment. The Shining Through lasts for 10 minutes, so you can hit it anytime you want basically. There's no penalty. The Stanch is taking 3% off your max hit points until you rest or complete the quest. The Shining Through doesn't do that, it just costs a very minimal amount of spell points. In an archer heavy quest like this one, I'd expect our deflect arrows to pay dividends as well. Oh, there we go, going back the way we've come. That's one of my traits, in case you hadn't noticed on the way up. So easily disoriented. If you know the quest Beautiful Nightmares, I got lagged off the top floor of there recently when running with a friend. Found myself down on the bottom and unable to orient myself, ended up having to abandon.
After the sounds of battle die away, the door to the armory strong sweeps open. A thick layer of dust covers the tunnel floor. Even worse than the choking dust is the stench wafting up from the pipes.
Now this can be a bit tricky to get right. There's an air jet that's gonna, I'll show you.
Pay the filth no mind.
From that, there you go. So as you're trying to, maybe we can time it. Or maybe not. As you're trying to go onto that pipe, it keeps blowing from behind and can make this quite tricky. So don't hang about on here. So we're looking for that valve over there. And then all you do is go and sit on this air jet. It'll blow you up to the top corner, and then we go down on the pipe and into the next room. Try not to fall on the floor, because as you can see it's full of nasties. Be careful of the pipe going across above here. Go far enough forward so you don't hit your head on there when you try to jump across to the next one. Then we're going for the valve in the corner there. There's a air jet coming from over there. Try and time it so you don't go when it's blowing. And these things I found, don't jump, just walk, because if you jump you get let me try and demonstrate. Obviously now it won't do it. If you jump you tend to get hung up on the things up above. It's not done it now. Just take my word for it. And you can't actually clear them. So you just end up just hanging. Whereas if you just push forward like I was there, it's slow and steady, but you get through.
When you leave the filthy steam tunnels, you find yourself in
Should we use this shrine? Maybe we should.
the creature running through Helston's spires as the bargain bazaar.
He doesn't often appear in here. I think he's an optional red name, yeah, or orange name, or whatever they call them. I think there are more shrines before the end, I think, so I'm not going to use that one. In fact, I'm almost certain. Let's get some 10 hit points going. Plenty of traps in here.
Blood-type pirates roam the halls, searching for plunder.
Have I gone the wrong way again? Yes, absolutely gone the wrong way. I was expecting traps down there, so where should I have gone? Down here.
vanish. You hear the Deneith mercenaries below
Oh,
cheer at your
diseased.
victory. There was no sign of Captain Tew anywhere on the second floor. He must have escaped higher into the tower.
Oh, soul, yes please. Thank you. More traps coming.
Stand over the prone bodies of the wounded, looting them down to their
Just hit the stanch there because I wasn't sure how much health I had or how much incoming we'd have to deal with. I think that's perhaps the most noticeable difference between, well, one of them, between a multi-pass lifer and one like this who has few lives. You will get hit and damaged more often, so you need to be able to soak it up if you're going to build a character like this. I think even now with the medium armor and shield, our armor class is still derisory. Yeah, look, 66. I've seen things in heroic with much higher armor class than that.
This door leads out to the very top of the tower. This must be the path. The tower's exterior teems with pirates, screaming for your blood. The infamous Crimson Moon, flagship of Captain Tew's fleet, fills the sky.
Okay, I'll deal with you.
To destroy the air, pirates would be
So much for trying to zoom off. I've gone wrong again, Jesus Christ. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. I was trying to go in here and those guys came along and I got sent the wrong way. And now I've just shot at the wrong one. It's not going very well, this, is it? Let's try and sneak into the end fight before anything else goes wrong.
A doorway leads into the tower's uppermost chamber. You hear raised voices screaming about the loss of the airship.
The invis
One
tactic's
voice
nice for,
overshadows the
like
other.
there, for going
Captain
past
Tew's
small
making
groups
ready
that
for
you
his last
don't want to or
bloody
can't be
stand.
bothered to deal with. But don't do it too much because when that dungeon alert starts ramping up, you're making the quest quite
As the
difficult for
crimson
yourself.
moon falls from the sky
Or
above,
do it until the
there is a
dungeon alert
scream of
ramps
fury
up and
behind you.
then
Captain Tew is
get
alive.
everything in a big group and smash it to calm the dungeon alert down again. Health is looking good. Let's make a nice big killing field in here. Hit the super dodge button. I should have got rid of that caster much earlier. Going to be okay now. I should probably be using single blast. If you're not familiar with this quest, he's going to reappear now as an ogre mage. Boost the hit points back up. See a nice little cushion there, over 1,000 temporary hit points we've got there. He is susceptible to the acid and poison, which is nice. I always thought these water lilies only came up after the boss had died. Maybe I've taken too long. Okay, job done. Nice tokens. Looks like in this quest, although it's only dropping heroic versions of the loot, it looks like each of those chests is guaranteed to drop some of the loot. I'm not saying it's amazing, but could come in useful for some of you.
Naturally, we were destined to succeed.
Right, we'll call that a do. Thank you very much for looking, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.